René Magritte, an artist who turned the ordinary into the extraordinary. His surreal paintings have captivated minds for decades, blurring the lines between reality and illusion. But who was the man behind the bowler hat and the floating apple? Today, we dive deep into the life and legacy of René Magritte, uncovering the personal struggles, artistic triumphs, and the philosophies that made him one of the most celebrated surrealist painters of all time. Early life and education. René François Ghislain Magritte was born on November 21, 1898 in Lessines, a small industrial town in Belgium. His father, Léopold Magritte, worked as a tailor and textile merchant, providing a modest income for the family. His mother, Regina, was a milliner, a profession that perhaps influenced Magritte's later fascination with hats, a recurring motif in his work. The Magritte family moved frequently during René's childhood, eventually settling in Châtelet. Despite these relocations, René showed an early interest in art, reportedly creating his first drawings at the age of 12. However, his childhood was marked by a tragic event that would deeply influence his psyche and his art. In 1912, when René was just 13 years old, his mother committed suicide by drowning in the River Sambre. This was not her first suicide attempt, as she had struggled with mental health issues for years. The story goes that when her body was recovered, her dress had covered her face. This haunting image stayed with René and may have inspired his later works, such as The Lovers, 1928, where figures have their faces obscured by cloth. Despite this tragedy, René pursued his passion for art. In 1916, he enrolled at the Académie Royale des Beaux-Arts in Brussels. While his formal education there was brief and he found the traditional curriculum uninspiring, it provided him with foundational skills that he would later subvert in his surrealist works. The formative years. Magritte's early adulthood was a period of experimentation and self-discovery. In 1922, he married Georgette Berger, a woman he had first met as a teenager. Their relationship was one of the most stable and enduring aspects of Magritte's life, and Georgette frequently appeared in his paintings as both a muse and a symbol of constancy. During this time, Magritte worked a series of odd jobs to make ends meet. He designed posters, advertisements, and wallpaper, honing his ability to blend art with everyday objects, a skill that would later define his surrealist style. In 1926, Magritte painted The Lost Jockey, widely considered his first surrealist work. This marked the beginning of his exploration of dreamlike scenarios and the juxtaposition of ordinary objects in extraordinary contexts. The same year, he signed a contract with Galerie La Centaure in Brussels, allowing him to focus on painting full-time. Paris and the Surrealist movement. Magritte's first solo exhibition in 1927 was met with harsh criticism, leaving him disillusioned. Seeking inspiration and a fresh start, he moved to Paris in 1927, where he became involved with the Surrealist movement led by André Breton. While in Paris, Magritte developed his unique approach to surrealism. Unlike Salvador Dali's hyper-realistic dreamscapes, Magritte's works were more conceptual, often presenting ordinary objects in unexpected ways. For example, in The Treachery of Images, 1929, he painted a realistic image of a pipe, accompanied by the text, "Ceci n'est pas une pipe." This is not a pipe. The painting challenges viewers to question the relationship between words, images, and reality, encapsulating the philosophical underpinnings of surrealism. Magritte also explored themes of concealment and revelation. In works like The Lovers, The False Mirror, and Time Transfixed, he played with the idea of what is seen versus what is hidden, inviting viewers to question their perceptions. The war years and the Renoir period. When World War II erupted, Magritte returned to Brussels and continued to paint, despite the chaos surrounding him. During the early 1940s, he adopted a lighter, more impressionistic style, inspired by Pierre-Auguste Renoir. This phase, known as his Renoir period, was a significant departure from his earlier work. Some art historians believe this shift was a response to the grim realities of war. Magritte may have sought to create a sense of hope and beauty amidst the darkness. Paintings like The Return, 1940, which features a bird made of sky and clouds, reflect this more optimistic outlook. Post-war success and global recognition. The post-war years marked a turning point in Magritte's career. His works gained increasing recognition, and he became a central figure in the European surrealist movement. Exhibitions across Europe and the United States brought his art to a global audience, solidifying his reputation as a master of surrealism. Magritte's paintings from this era often featured recurring motifs: men in bowler hats, floating apples, and mysterious clouds. One of his most famous works, Golconda, 1953, depicts men in bowler hats raining from the sky. The image is both whimsical and unsettling, capturing the duality that defines much of Magritte's work. Later years and iconic works. As René Magritte entered the later years of his career, his work took on a reflective and iconic quality. In 1964, he unveiled The Son of Man, a painting that would become a cornerstone of his legacy. The image depicts a man in a dark suit and bowler hat, standing against a cloudy sky, his face obscured by a hovering green apple. Magritte described the painting as a representation of the tension between what is visible and what's hidden, a theme that encapsulates the core of his artistic philosophy. The Son of Man is widely regarded as a visual riddle, inviting endless interpretations and securing its place as one of the most recognizable works in modern art. During this period, Magritte also created other masterpieces that continued to explore his fascination with light, shadow, and perception. The Empire of Light series, for instance, juxtaposes daytime skies with nighttime landscapes, creating an unsettling yet harmonious blend of contrasts. Similarly, The Mysteries of the Horizon features men in bowler hats gazing at crescent moons, evoking a sense of quiet contemplation and cosmic mystery. These works highlight Magritte's ability to evoke profound emotions and philosophical questions through deceptively simple imagery. His later paintings reflect a mature artist at the height of his powers, blending innovation with the timeless themes that had defined his career. Death and legacy. René Magritte passed away on August 15, 1967, at the age of 68 from pancreatic cancer. He left behind an extraordinary body of work that continues to inspire and intrigue. Magritte's influence extends far beyond the art world. Filmmakers like Alfred Hitchcock and Christopher Nolan have drawn inspiration from his work, as have musicians, writers, and contemporary artists. His ability to combine the familiar with the extraordinary has made his art timeless, challenging viewers to look beyond the surface and question their perceptions of reality. If you enjoyed this journey into the life of René Magritte, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of iconic artists. Until next time, keep questioning the ordinary.